Yes, the wait is over at long last. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 has officially started airing. We're not going to be wasting any time with this animation breakdown. We're definitely going to get right into it. Please, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, let's start breaking down the animation because wow, this episode is probably already the best looking episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Definitely already one of the most ambitious anime map I've ever produced. And in my opinion, pretty much fixed every single issue I had about the animation of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. So yeah, let's definitely get into it because there is so much to talk about with this newer adaptation of Jujutsu Kaisen. Now obviously the big thing right now is the series director slash episode director slash storyboard. And all that falls on the man Shota Gosozono, who it's very clear to see from this first episode, he's gonna make his presence known. And it's really making us feel why this is such a staff difference and change in comparison to Sung-Hoo Park, who directed and pretty much did a lot of key animation from the first season. And is also really showing us a lot of the big benefits of having this staff change. Obviously, the big thing that people are going to resort to saying is the character designs allow for a lot more movement, which isn't wrong. We see a lot more character acting in this episode than we see in the entirety of Jujutsu Kaisen. More so on the levels of something you'd find in Chainsaw Man actually. But the big thing you guys should pay attention to actually is everything surrounding the character designs. Things like the backgrounds and effects and in comparison to how they were in Season 1. Because that's when you can really start appreciating the benefits of having this staff change. As there's just some things that were not possible due to the limitations of Season 1 style that can now be possible due to the staff change that has Shota Gosozono now. A great example being these really good 3D backgrounds you see all in the first half of the first episode. Whereas in Season 1, the 3D backgrounds weren't exactly that good. Some of which looked like they were falling apart entirely, like this scene. It also didn't look like some of the characters actually fit in these backgrounds, like this scene, and look at how oddly some of this blood is placed in the background. But again, look at how perfect this character looks in this background in this setting. Just a night and day difference already, and just goes to show why Shota Gosozono is so important in maintaining this kind of visual quality. And because of a lot of the other things in this episode, it really does give Jujutsu Kaisen this unique new identity and this raw sense of creativity that you never really saw from JJK Season 1 and not really from a lot of other mappa adaptations. The only one that really does come to mind is Chainsaw Man, and this is good because Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the most popular new gen, so upping the visuals and making it stand out even more is all the better. So, because of a lot of the things I mentioned, the season actually starts out with really good storyboards, really good usages of 3D backgrounds, and the series is just capable of making it all work. I mean, this starting scene with Geto walking down this hallway looks very similar to the first episode of Chainsaw Man. What a time to be alive. Next thing I want to take note of is the scene inside the house. Obviously, the storyboards are absolutely incredible. Also, the wonderful 3D backgrounds, again, way better than what was shown in Season 1. And then we get one of the most ambitious scenes in the entire episode. It's clear that they're referencing the scene in Paprika as the building is just completely collapsing. Gojo shows up with a really smeary foot as we go into the opening. Now, I can talk about the opening in another video. Obviously, this is not done by Shingo Yamashita. However, the opening, just as everything else in this episode, looks absolutely gorgeous anyways. After the opening, it's relatively calm. We do get some just more character acting. Also, love the chibi faces that the characters constantly make throughout the episode. Just shows the more goofy nature of this season because nothing's possibly gonna go bad in this season. Also, we do get a brief look at a cursed spirit that Geto summons. And my word, look at the improvements once again. The textures on the cursed spirit. Look at them compared to how the textures look on Cursed Spirits in Season 1. Textures are still there, the little veiny textures, but it's not as overbearing as it was in Season 1. In Season 1, a lot of the textures were very busy and clashed with the scene, like this scene of Kechizu, but you really don't have that in Season 2, and oh my goodness. And also just the character designs as a whole. I mean, Gojo, he looks amazing. Also absent of a lot of the highlights and detail that he had in Season 1. And I mean, it's clear you can definitely see the difference, and this helps with a lot of the character acting we were seeing. In the next scene, we're seeing more and more of those really good storyboards. I haven't mentioned the fisheye effects that Shota Gosozono is pretty much known for at this point. But if you look at a lot of the episodes he's directed, especially Chainsaw Man Episode 8, you can definitely tell the fisheye effects he uses pretty often. And again, the really unconventional and different kind of storyboards. Like, look at the way Gojo just tosses the ball from this perspective. I also gotta mention, we got some really good shots of really good backgrounds in this episode. Again, something we didn't get much in Season 1, but we did get a lot in the movie. And yeah, these are really gorgeous. And again, just another way Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is just an improvement over what was in Season 1. Our last scene in the episode gives us a bit of action. Again, another fisheye effect on Geto before the building explodes. And again, something like this wouldn't be possible with stuff in season 1. Just a really gorgeous application of the background, something we just didn't get to see in season 1. And we pretty much end off with a panning shot of our main antagonist of this arc, Toji. And I mean, if you watched the first season, you should know why his name is so important. His name is Fushiguro, and somebody in the main cast has the name of Fushiguro. But you guys will pick this up later on. Overall though, I think this is the best looking episode of Jujutsu Kaisen in the entire franchise. And that's just because it fixed pretty much every single issue that Jujutsu Kaisen had from a visual standpoint, from the character designs, from the textures, the 3D background, and the overall composite. Everything was fixed pretty nicely, and now Jujutsu Kaisen has this nice, neat, new identity to it, with a level of creativity you really wouldn't see in most mappa anime in general. I really do love this. Jujutsu Kaisen looks even more distinct and better in a lot of areas. I think it's still going to suffer from a bit of consistency issues, considering the fact that the schedule isn't necessarily that good. But the overall peaks of Jujutsu Kaisen are still going to be ridiculous considering the God Squad this show has. So you can definitely expect your favorite moments from both the Hidden Inventory arc and the Shibuya Incident arc to be top tier. However, let me know what you guys think about the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, because I personally think it was a fantastic start. Please, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and have a fantastic day. I'm Debunked by Aaron, and I'm signing out.